Happy to Be Me, a kid's book about self-confidence, written by Christina Falcon, Maldonado. The day that Floky was born, ooh, could be heard throughout the jungle. He's like a cloud with legs and a belly, said his cousin Car. His fur is white like the mist, said his father, who was the leader of the group, a silverback gorilla. The name comes from his silverback. He's like the snow on Mount Carissimi, said his mother as she stroked him. But as he got older, Floki's white fur brought him nothing but trouble. He couldn't camouflage himself or play hide and seek. The madam plant stuck to him more than anybody else. And if that were not enough, he couldn't go out in the sun because it harmed his fair skin. It burned him much more than the others, so he had to wait for nightfall to go out. But by then everybody was snuggled up in their dens, so he was always left on his own. One evening he was bored and decided to go in search of adventures and new friends. He walked and walked all night long, asking everyone he found along the way to play with him, but nobody wanted to. Those who were awake told him not to bother them, and those who were sleeping replied with snores. Suddenly, he saw some leaves move. Unable to resist his curiosity, he approached, sniffing, and then he found himself face to face with a caterpillar. When he saw Floki, the caterpillar took an antenna that smelled disgusting. Yuck, said Floki. Do you always smell like that? No, only when I want intruders to go away, replied the caterpillar. So you want me to go away, do you? I thought we could be friends. That's impossible, said the caterpillar. I will become a butterfly soon, and I'll fly far away. So go away. I can't waste my time with big, lonely kids. Feeling tired and sad, Floki continued walking through the jungle until he heard a roar. He stopped. Did something scare you? Asked the panther, to which the hyena replied, laughing, It's a ghost. Can't you see it? Ha ha ha. Floki didn't think it was even worth replying, so he continued on his way, feeling ever more lonely. After walking for a long way, he arrived at the great lake. He approached the water's edge. Then he saw the moon, which was as white and shiny as he was. You certainly can camouflage yourself, he said to the moon. Would you like to be my friend? But of course the moon didn't reply to him. Suddenly he felt a flutter, and when he looked into the water, again the moon had disappeared. Oh, whoever you are, go away. You're covering the moon up, cried Floki. I didn't even cover you from the sun, replied the jabiru. Could you? Said Floki doubtfully. Could I what? Asked the jabiru. Be my sun umbrella friend and protect me from the sun? If you did, we could play like the others at any time of the day. Hmm, nobody has ever asked me such a strange thing before. I'll think about it, said the jabiru. Ahem. I didn't think about it that much when you asked me to remove your fleece, said the smaller bird. And what are you? Asked Floki. I'm an oxpecker. I'm a guardian and cleaning bird. Guardian? Asked Floki, trying not to laugh. Yes, I have a better sense of smell than all these big kids, and I warn them when there is danger. The zebra, the hippopotamus, the gazelle, the rhinoceros, the crocodile. And the jaguar replied, "We could try it out." Next morning, when the sun had barely risen, the three of them set out through the jungle, climbing high up to the gorilla's forest. Everybody greeted them happily and looked surprised because Floky and his new friends made the strangest, most original trio they had ever seen before. Above all, what they did for each other worked. For the first time, Floky was able to play in the full sunlight, swim in the lake, and swing along the vine path until, splash, he fell into a swamp. Then, "Ooh," was heard throughout the mountain when Floki got up. "Now you'll be able to camouflage yourself and play hide and seek," said his cousin Gorm. Then Floki ran and ran while everybody followed him to the great lake. He approached the water's edge, and when he saw his reflection, to everybody's surprise, he jumped in the lake. After a while, he came to the surface. He quickly emerged from the water, then shook himself off and looked at his reflection again. Then he said with a smile and a laugh that filled the great lake, "That's me."